Hello guys, it's Jake Caliber, and very recently I was playing some TF2 and a mate of mine was just ripping on this guy for trying to use the back scratcher. Granted, he wasn't very good with it, I digress. There seemed to be a lack of understanding of how to actually use this weapon with this guy. So I asked around to see what the others and part of my TF2 group thought, and to be honest, not many of the folks said that they use it. So in today's video, I've decided to make a video breaking down my approach to the back scratcher, which is very straightforward, very simple, but it's just one of those videos that, it's a very underrated weapon, and the way of making things less underrated is to educate people on things. So let's get into this. So let's start off with the weapon statistics, because easiest way of doing it. So you get a plus 25% damage bonus, plus 50% health from packs on wearer, but a minus 75% health from healers on wearer. So it's pretty simple really. If you don't have a surplus of medics or pocket medics, then use it. But no, for real. I know that you can get healed from dispensers, medics and payload carts, but medics are pretty rare commodity in this community. Dispensers are in one spot and are slow, and it just stops the flow of the game. The only other alternative is if you're playing a payload map, then you have health as long as you're hugging the cart, but the cart attracts enemy players, making it a whole lot less desirable when you have low health and you're just trying to heal up, because you'll be sponging damage to move the cart. In my view, the pyro should be flanking folk constantly. There are about 3 weapons designed simply for the flanking kind of method of playing the pyro. So for me, having a weapon that radically increases the amount of health you can regenerate with health kits is mad helpful, because you're not going to have a medic if you're flanking. If you have a medic, you're not flanking, you're pushing. So 50% extra health is cool, but how much actual health points is that? The small health pack gives you 54 health instead of 36. The medium health pack gives you 131 instead of 88, and the large goes from 263 from 175, but that's useless anyway because you've already got, it only pushes you to full 175 no matter what. But interesting that stat still works. The main selling point for me is that all the small health kits give you that 54% health, which means that you're getting a third of your health back just from one of these teeny weeny health packs instead of a quarter, which is actually really important for just boosting that health up, especially when you consider how common the tiny health packs are. There's one about around every corner. So now instead of, a quarter of health, you're getting a third. Just helpful. Really helpful. The damage buff is pretty sick too. It's a nice little bonus taking you from 65 damage to 81 damage, which mad helpful, especially for spies. And I mean, it'll one hit a spy now that's got the kunai. I think it might one hit the spy anyway, but it's, it's 2 hits on spy scouts, medics, not quite pyros, almost pyros, but you get the picture. It'll take out your lower health classes with only 2 hits, and that's assuming that they are full health. The rare occasions where you are feeling like going for that quick melee attack, it's always helpful just to have that higher chance of killing them with a little bit more damage, which was a nice touch to the weapon because the health thing was helpful anyway, but then another incentive for using it. Just, yeah, cool. So yes, sometimes there are really good medics who keep absolutely everyone healed. In these moments, changing out for the power jack or something, I understand it. But if you aren't actually using your melee as a weapon and you don't have a reliable medic, then it's definitely worth slapping out to get the health kit buff. I myself have not been using this weapon enough, and it radically increases your survivability as a pyro, especially when you don't have things like medics roaming around the place. So in summary, the back scratcher is genuinely a brilliant weapon, but more of a tool that you should keep in mind when you are choosing the flaming maniac, him or herself. And yeah, that does it for this video, guys. I've been Jake Caliber. Check out my Twitter and my Discord in the description below. Adios, my dudes.